Do not be fooled by the change of clothing. This is the same day as yesterday. Hey Snippets! Welcome to day 2 of Random Snips Vlog Week. We did it! We've made it to day 2! Ah! I'm gonna make an editing effect of replaying that sound that I just did. That was bad. Ah! 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 So I just wanted to kind of vent slash rant slash talk about life. I guess what I want to vent slash rant slash talk on is the subject of life is not always as black and white as it seems. AKA Caleb thinks way too much into life sometimes. I feel like as we're growing up, we're raised with this idea that things are the way that they are because they just are, and that's it. Like, it just is. Like, you grow up thinking, okay, parents are the boss. Why? Because they just are. And I'm not saying you shouldn't listen to your parents. Always listen to your parents. But I mean, there isn't some like existential rule written that parents are going to be bosses of children. Like, and I mean, there is. Like, I mean, it's called the Bible. But I mean, there's nothing that like causes things to just be because that's how they're like mechanically programmed. Like, that's not how life is, and I feel like that's sometimes what we can feel like life is. Like, even things as simple as, okay, so like whenever kids are growing up, they go to school for the first 18 years of their life generally. As you're going through the school system, you think like, okay, I have to make it through 18 years because this is what every child does. Like, this is just how it is. Like, if I don't do this, like some formula will be wrong in the universe and the universe will explode. Whereas, no, that's not really the case. A student could drop out, which many students do. They could just not go to school. Like, they don't have to follow the system. Now, I am a personal believer that the first 18 years of your life should be spent in the public school system or some sort of schooling system. But it's not that way just because, like, that's how it is. Like, we've made it that way to try and formulate some sort of, like, structured society, which is great. But, and I don't even know if what I'm saying is, like, disagreeing with the fact that we all think that life is black and white. Because I think the fact that we have this idea of life is our way of trying to like understand this world that we live in. Because really, no one has any idea what's going on in life at all. Like, this world is super hard to figure out. And whenever I think of people like the president or like any celebrity or anybody that just seems like superior to like some other human, I think about the fact that like they're probably trying to figure out life just as much as I am, and they probably still have like no idea how life works just as much as I don't. Cause like life is weird and it's hard and it's confusing, and I think that everyone's goal in life is to just like try and figure out why this world is why it is and how to best operate it. And everyone has their own different ideas of what makes a good life, what makes the best life, how to best like figure out this world that we live in. And I've given very poor examples to try and explain this thought that's in my head, but do you guys see kind of what I'm saying? And again, like, I don't know if this is me saying like I don't think that we should think that life is black and white, but it's taken me going through a lot of turmoil and a lot of hard times and a lot of events where I've had to like make decisions on my own and like decide that okay, this is not the way it is just because it is, to realize that life is not black and white. Life is black and white and gray and yellow and purple and gold and silver and blue and green, and oh, life is so many colors, and that's great. I love that. So yeah, I don't think this had a point. I guess if it did have a point, it would just be like, do you think that life is black and white? And is it a bad thing? I don't know. I mean, I don't know why we think life is black and white, and I don't know if it's a good or a bad thing. I don't know. That's just a thought that's been rolling around in my brain, and I thought I would unleash my thought process to the internet. So yeah, there's my think tank for the week. I think way too deeply into life sometimes, guys. But yeah, that's my thought for the day. If you guys are new to this channel, hi, my name is Caleb. I post a video on this channel every single Monday, except for this week where I'm posting every single day, and at least a minute a day on my Random Life Snips channel. All of my social media information, my Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, second channel, all that stuff will be linked in the down bar below and at the end of this video. Until my next video, stay awesome, guys. Bye! Ah, 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 ah.